There is a sacred moment in life when you stop chasing and begin trusting. A moment when you finally realize that holding on too tightly is not love. It's fear disguised as control. Louise Hay often said, "The only thing we ever need to let go of is fear." And when you truly understand that, your whole life begins to change. You see, letting go is not losing. It's creating space for peace, for miracles, for everything you once begged for. When you release the need to control, life finally has room to surprise you. Think about it. How many times did you hold on to something, a person, a situation, an expectation, because you believed it was your only chance at happiness? And how many times did that same attachment drain your energy, your joy, your light? Letting go isn't weakness. It's the highest form of strength. It's the courage to say, "I trust the flow of life. I trust myself. I trust that what is meant for me cannot miss me." So tonight, as you listen, breathe in deeply. Let go of tension in your shoulders, the heaviness in your heart. Whisper softly to yourself, "I release all fear. I trust the process of life. I am safe. I am loved. I am guided." Because the moment you release resistance, you begin to attract peace. And peace is the vibration that calls in everything you've ever desired. If this message is touching your heart right now, take a moment to subscribe and give this video a like. Together, we're creating a space of love, healing, and transformation. Letting go can feel like dying, because in many ways, it's the death of what you thought should be. The death of the version of yourself who believed love only came through struggle, or that peace was something you had to earn. Louise Hay taught that when we hold on to the past, to pain, to resentment, to control, we are blocking the flow of life energy through us. That resistance manifests as tension in the body, tightness in the chest, sadness in the heart. But the moment we release, healing begins. There was once a woman. Let's call her Anna. Anna spent years trying to fix a relationship that had long stopped bringing joy. Every night she prayed, asking for him to change, for something to work, for a sign that her effort was enough. But nothing changed. The more she tried to hold on, the emptier she felt. One day, while listening to a talk by Louise Hay, she heard the words, "You cannot heal by clinging to what hurts you. Let it go with love." Something in her broke open. That night, instead of praying for him to return, she whispered, "Universe, if this is not love, please take it from me gently." The next morning, she woke up with an unfamiliar sense of peace. No anger, no tears, just calm. And in that calmness, she began to see her worth again. She started walking more, eating better, speaking kindly to herself. She didn't chase closure. She created it within. Months later, as she healed, opportunities appeared. A new job, new friends, a new version of herself she had never met before. That's the invisible power of letting go. When you stop begging for doors that have closed, you give space for new ones to open. You see, letting go is not about forgetting. It's about releasing your emotional grip on what drains you. It's looking at the past and saying, "Thank you for teaching me. You no longer define me." When you surrender control, you're not giving up. You're handing the steering wheel to life, saying, Show me something better. And life always does. Sometimes you'll lose people you thought you couldn't live without, but you'll find yourself. Sometimes your plans will fall apart, only for your true purpose to appear in their ashes. Louise would say, "When I let go of the old, the new and better always appears." And it's true. When you release fear, the energy of love fills the space you once guarded with pain. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel your breath move through you in and out. Let go of the urge to understand, to fix, to control. Let go of the old story that says you are not enough without them, without that job, without that approval. Right now, whisper gently to yourself, "I let go of what no longer serves me. I trust the universe to guide me to something better. I am ready to receive." Every time you release an old thought, you make room for a miracle. Every time you choose peace instead of fear, you raise your vibration closer to love. The invisible power of letting go is that it transforms you silently. You don't have to announce your healing. Your peace will speak louder than your pain ever did. So breathe deeply and let these words echo in your soul. I am no longer holding on. I am becoming free. And in that freedom, love, abundance, and alignment begin to flow naturally toward you. The past is heavy only when you keep carrying it. And for many of us, we've been dragging yesterday for years, in our minds, in our bodies, in our hearts. Louise Hay used to say, "The past has no power over me, unless I choose to give it power." But how often do we choose to relive the pain instead of rewriting it with love? Think about it. How many times have you replayed the same story, the same betrayal, the same words that broke you? Each replay tightens the knot of pain inside your heart, until one day you forget what it feels like to live without it. But the truth is, you don't have to relive it anymore. You are allowed to let it go. There was once a man, David, who carried his father's harsh words for decades. Every mistake he made, every failure he experienced, echoed with the same voice. "You're not good enough." He grew into an adult who achieved much, but peace never came, because the voice in his mind never changed. Until one day, during a workshop with Louise, he was asked to look into a mirror and say the words, "I love and approve of myself." He couldn't. Tears fell instead. He realized he wasn't angry at his father anymore. He was angry at himself for believing those words were true. That night, he stood before the mirror again. And this time he whispered, "I forgive you, Dad. I forgive me. I release you. I am free." From that day on, his heart began to open. He smiled more. He slept better. He found joy in small moments again. That is the miracle of letting go. It heals generations of pain through one act of self-love. Forgiveness is not saying, "What they did was okay." Forgiveness is saying, "I refuse to let your actions control my energy anymore." When you forgive, you reclaim your power. You return to yourself. Louise taught that the heart is the center of healing. When it is closed, life feels like a battle. When it opens, everything flows. Your relationships soften, your body relaxes, and miracles begin to appear where pain once lived. So now, take a deep breath. Feel the air move through your chest. Imagine light, warm, golden, radiant, filling your heart with peace. See it expanding, glowing, dissolving every old memory that once hurt you. There is nothing you need to fix. There is only love that needs to be remembered. Whisper these words softly. I release the past with love. My heart is open and ready to receive. I forgive myself for not knowing better at the time. I am free. I am loved. I am whole. Every breath you take right now is an act of healing. Every tear you've ever shed was not weakness. It was the soul's way of cleansing pain. Letting go of the past is not forgetting what happened. It's remembering who you are beyond the story. You're not what they said. You're not what they did. You are the light that survived it all. And as you continue to release, your heart becomes a magnet for peace, joy, and divine connection. Because love cannot flow into a closed heart, but the moment you open it even slightly, the universe rushes in to fill it. Letting go is not the end of something. It's the beginning of your freedom. When you finally let go, you stop chasing, you stop begging, and you stop proving. And in that sacred stillness, the universe whispers, now you're ready. Letting go is not about giving up. It's about releasing resistance. It's about saying, I trust life more than I trust my fear. Louise Hay taught that when we hold tightly to things, people, jobs, outcomes, we are telling the universe that we don't believe we can have better. We are saying, I must control this, because if I don't, everything will fall apart. But the truth is, everything starts to fall into place the moment we stop trying to control it. Think of the times you obsessed over someone, checking your phone, replaying their words, wondering if you said too much or too little. The energy of need is heavy. It pushes people and blessings away. But when you choose peace, when you say, I release this, and I trust what's meant for me will stay, something powerful shifts. The air becomes lighter. Your heart begins to rest. And that's when they feel your absence. That's when the things you were chasing begin to chase you. Because energy doesn't lie. When you're desperate, your energy screams, I don't have. When you're calm, it whispers, I already have. And that's magnetic. Louise Hay used to affirm, all is well. Everything is unfolding in perfect divine order. Repeat it softly. Breathe into it. All is well. Everything is unfolding in perfect divine order. Say it when your heart aches. Say it when your mind wants to control. Say it until your soul remembers that the universe never takes without giving back something greater. You see, letting go is not a loss. It's an invitation for miracles, for peace, for new beginnings. When you release your grip, your hands are finally free to receive. So stop fighting. Stop forcing. Stop replaying. Sit back, breathe, and know that everything, yes, everything, is aligning in your favor right now. You are not being punished. You are being redirected. What left was not your loss. It was your liberation. And one day, you'll look back and whisper, thank you, God, for not giving me what I thought I wanted. Affirm with me, I let go of control and trust that what is meant for me will always find me. I release fear and welcome peace. I am magnetic to all that is truly aligned with my highest good. There comes a moment, almost invisible, when everything starts to make sense. Not because life suddenly became easier, but because you changed your energy. Louise Hay said, "What you give out comes back to you." When you are holding on too tightly to that relationship, that outcome, that fear, you are giving out tension, doubt, and lack. And that same energy was reflecting back at you in the form of chaos and resistance. But the moment you surrendered, something sacred happened. You began to vibrate at a frequency of peace. And peace is the most powerful signal to the universe. It says, "I trust you." And when you trust, life starts rearranging itself in ways you never imagined possible. One morning, you wake up and the heaviness in your chest is gone. You check your phone less. You stop wondering why they haven't texted. And suddenly they do. But now you don't feel that same desperation. Instead, you smile, knowing that you've grown. You are no longer chasing energy. You've become it. Louise Hay always reminded us that our outer world is a mirror of our inner world. When your thoughts become calmer, your reality softens. When you stop clinging to what's leaving, what's meant for you can finally enter. You begin to see signs everywhere, repeating numbers, unexpected opportunities, people who speak words your heart needed to hear. It's the universe confirming. You did the right thing by letting go. Because the act of releasing is not weakness, it's divine strength. It's you saying, "I deserve peace more than I crave control." When you release attachment, love flows easier. Money flows freer. Healing accelerates. Because now there's no blockage, only allowance. And that is where miracles live, in the space you once filled with worry.
Take a moment right now.
Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. And repeat with me, as Louise Hay would say, "I release the need to control. I am safe in the flow of life. Everything I need comes to me in perfect timing. I open my arms and allow miracles to flow into my life." You are no longer the same person who needed to prove, to chase, to force. You are evolving into someone who trusts the rhythm of life. And life always rewards trust. So, don't worry about what's gone.
Don't doubt what's coming.
Everything that is meant for you is already making its way, gently, perfectly, divinely. When you truly let go, life doesn't fall apart. It falls into place. Letting go is not something that happens once. It's a daily practice, a sacred art. Every morning, when you open your eyes, life gives you two choices: hold on to yesterday, or trust what today can bring. Louise Hay taught that our thoughts create our reality, and holding on is just another form of fear. Fear that if we release someone, we'll be left alone. Fear that if we stop controlling everything, life will collapse. But the truth is, life has never stopped holding you. Even when you thought you were falling apart, the universe was catching every piece of you, preparing to rebuild something even more beautiful. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means remembering without pain. It means looking at what once hurt you and saying, "Thank you for the lesson." Because every person, every disappointment, every delay was not a punishment. It was a preparation. You were never meant to chase love. You were meant to become love. You were never meant to beg for peace. You were meant to be peace. And the moment you stopped clinging, you created space for your true self to emerge. Louise Hay used to affirm, "In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. That means right now, even in your uncertainty, you are safe. Even in your waiting, you are exactly where you need to be. Because life is not delaying you, it is aligning you. You might not see it yet, but everything is being rearranged for your highest good. That closed door wasn't rejection, it was divine redirection. That person who walked away didn't leave a void. They made space for your healing. And that silence you feared? It's where your intuition finally speaks. Letting go also means forgiving yourself for staying too long, for trusting too quickly, for giving love to those who couldn't receive it. You did the best you could with the awareness you had. And now, with more wisdom, you can do better, not from guilt, but from love. Close your eyes again for a moment. Feel your heartbeat. That rhythm is proof that you're still here, still evolving, still worthy, still guided. Now, repeat these words softly. I now release everything that no longer serves me. I choose to trust the process of life. I am worthy of everything I desire. What is meant for me will always find me. As you say these affirmations, feel your body relaxing. Feel your shoulders soften, your breath deepen. You are stepping into alignment. You are stepping into freedom. From now on, don't chase, attract. Don't force, flow. Don't doubt, trust. Because the moment you surrender, life starts moving in your favor. People appear at the right time, opportunities open naturally, and love finds you in unexpected ways. Louise Hay always reminded us, the power is within you. And now you're finally living from that truth. You no longer seek power outside of yourself, because you've realized that peace, healing, and love were inside you all along. So, let this be your declaration today. I let go with love, and I trust life completely. Everything I desire is already on its way. The more I release, the more I receive. You are free now. Free from resistance, from fear, from needing anything to prove your worth. Your energy has changed, and because of that, everything around you will change too. You'll notice it in the way people treat you. You'll feel it in your health, your sleep, your smile. You'll walk lighter, speak softer, and radiate calmness that draws everything beautiful toward you. Letting go isn't losing. It's remembering who you are, a divine being, fully supported, fully loved, and eternally guided. And when you live from that truth, you stop asking, when will things change? Because you realize they already have. If this message touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like, and share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Remember, the more you let go, the more miracles you allow. You are powerful. You're safe. You're loved.